The Australian penalty takers, Viduka, Kale, Kuehl, Aloisi, possibly Skoko, but in what order, we don't know. You don't bear thinking about it because really it's just an added pressure. But we watch the Uruguayans, they're probably without their finest dead ball striker in Alvaro Recoba. I wonder if he's got a flight home. He was that annoyed at being substituted. But who knows, it might have been a masterstroke if they escape here. The Uruguayans, it will be one of the greatest Houdini performances in world soccer, and at the moment it's 50-50. In extra time it was 25-50 because Australia were all over them, really. Even though they had a couple of chances, Australia has had the better of the second half and the better of the match. But now it's going to come down to two men who've been in fine form in goals, Fabian Carini and Mark Schwarzer, who will remember saved two penalties against Canada to get Australia to the Argentina stage of qualifying back in 1993. It was a somewhat incredible performance from Schwarzer to do that. They won the penalty shootout, Australia 4-1 on that occasion. I don't know where omens are coming from or whatever. He's a good shot stopper. Carini is as well. It's how they tackle them. Harry Kuehl is the man with the responsibility of the first one for Australia. And he lines it up. The crowd up. Well, they aren't quiet, they're baying. Kuehl looks poised. Carini stands motionless. Kuehl moves in and scores!
Whoa. Harry Kuehl, as cool as you like. The big occasion for the big player. A good contact and a beautiful penalty. Australia with their nose in front. But this early on it means nothing. I haven't seen many South American teams, Wilco, lose penalty shootouts. But Mark Schwarzer, as you alluded to, came from nowhere in 1993 to save Australia and get them through to a match against Argentina.
Well, now it comes down to Dario Rodriguez, the goal scorer from Saturday, one of the fullbacks. And the left foot is coming up to Schwarzer. He stutters, he goes again, he moves in, Schwarzer saves it! Schwarzer saved! Unbelievable! Mark Schwarzer! Australia with the advantage! The crowd! Just an absolute mountain of emotion. It is a Vesuvius!
I've never heard anything like this in my entire life. Mark Schwarzer with reflexes like a cat. He mightn't come off the line in general play sometimes like you want. But across his own goal line. Fantastic.
Well, Lucas Neal now, and he's 22nd international for Australia. Hasn't scored a goal for Australia. He's coming off the short run against Carini. Lucas Neal moves in. Yes! Side netting, would you believe? And a punch of the air. And he claps. And the crowd has gone wild. And they have the advantage still. And Schwarzer comes back again. That penalty that he saved just a metre or so to his left. It wasn't brilliantly taken, but you've still got to save them. He picked the right direction. And now it is Gustavo Varela with the white boots, this diminutive force. And really, you'd back him to get this one in. Surely, Maurice Schwarzer going to come up with the improbable again. Here's Varela, moves in. Oh, underneath, and it is in. And Schwarzer picked the right direction. But they're on the board, Uruguay, and on the board is very important at this stage.
Well, he went the right way, Mark Schwarzer, and that's all he can do. It was a good penalty in the end from Varela. And he's got Uruguay off the mark, which will calm their nerves. Australia with their nose in front. Tony Vidmar, his fourth World Cup campaign. A man who left the last stage last year, the last chapter, sodden in tears, places the ball.
And Carini again, hands on hips, just behind the goal line. He places it, takes 5, 6, 7 steps back. There's the veteran Tony Vidmar. He moves in, he strikes and scores! That's 3! this special night.
Stoyanov now, Wilco. It looks to me Fabian Stoyanov. Well, his pace is irrelevant now. In general play, it's his pace. From the set piece is what counts.
It's 3-1 at the moment to Australia. This will make it 3-2. Stoyanov moves in, yes. Side netting right side. A very positive strike. One done with great authority. And now it's the big shape of Mark Viduka to come up and put Australia in the ascendancy still. Can he hold his nerve, the Australian captain? What a stage. The number 9 sees a sea of green and gold, or he knows it's there. He takes 4, 5, 6 measured paces back, and Carini waits again motionless. He moves in, and he misses. Oh, he misses. He doesn't even hit the target. The Viduka, the Duke. Oh dear, such agony for Mark Viduka. The man who's played such a heroic role trots back to his teammates. Harry Kuehl says, don't worry, partner. They've still got to get this one to level it up, because if they miss this one, it'll still be Australia in the advantage. Oh, it was a poor strike. You'd have to say that, but you couldn't say anything else. A limp drive. The keeper had gone the wrong way. He waited for the keeper to commit. He took his eyes off the target. And here is Jalasheta now with Schwarzer. And Schwarzer saved! He saved! Brilliant! Schwarzer saved again! He went to his left. He went wide. And Mark Schwarzer has saved twice and might have saved his captain.
John Aloisi will go. John Aloisi to catapult Australia into the World Cup.
Here he goes, Aloisi. This to the dream realised. Aloisi, the pace is back. He moves in.
Yes!
Australia's done it! Australia's done it! Oh, yes! Australia is reborn!
Unbelievable!
They have won the penalty shootout! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable stuff! Unbelievable stuff! Just incredible!
Oh, what a mountain they've climbed! John Aloisi secures the victory, and they win it 4-2 on penalties. Yes! Oh yes! And you've never seen such unbridled emotion from an Australian crowd.
Oh, World Cup.
Absolute delirium.
I'm looking along the lines here. I can barely hear myself think, and I can see John Coslina working for another radio station, one of the hard men of Australian football, with a tear in his eye.
And the crowd just going wild with emotion. Well, this is the day.
Oh, unbelievable.
This is the day. 32 years it will be when they appear in Germany next year. But Australia has managed to qualify for a World Cup. The ghosts of 74 are buried. The ghosts of all the years in between are buried.